One of the most common questions we get asked here at Greco PT and ArmCare is what it means to be a cash-based provider and/or an out-of-network provider. We have chosen to go through a cash-based model with Greco PT and ArmCare in providing our services. This is for multiple reasons, but one major one is the fact that a lot of individuals might not necessarily know how or why insurance reimburses rehabilitation services. Insurance companies care about certain aspects of our daily lives, and they will reimburse based off of those aspects of care. For example, they care about how we get dressed, how we can groom ourselves, our activities of daily living. Fall prevention is huge in the healthcare industry, and payouts with hospitals, and as a result with insurance companies. When it comes to outpatient physical therapy services, and especially with overhead athletes, one major example we use is, let's say we have a pitcher who has pain only when they throw or only when they're pitching. Insurance companies would look at this and they would say, okay, well, there's no issue putting your shirt on. There's no issue getting a backpack on and off. There's no issue like putting a seatbelt on. It's only when they throw. Then they would limit or try to limit how many visits they would cover, because that individual wouldn't necessarily show that there were deficits in those other aspects that I mentioned. By going through a cash-based option, we get to determine how that plan is set up. So it could be that we are once a week for X number of months. We're twice a week for X number of months. We do a blend of throwing for these visits, and then we do a blend of physical therapy for other visits. And it takes out the insurance company from trying to dictate any of those decisions that should be made between the provider and the patient and client. Again, this is true, very, very true of overhead athletes that we found, but also with any other outpatient services. If you've had the experience of going to an outpatient clinic and your therapist is treating multiple people at a time, maybe even 3 people at a time, and you're not receiving the care that should be directly with you and your provider, this cash-based model provides